So exactly what is aphasia? Aphasia is when an injury to the brain occurs and loss of language is the result. Aphasia literally means the loss of language. Now, that is our ability to understand language, the receptive component, and or it could also be our ability to express language, the expressive verbal component.
Hey there! Before we get into today's video content, I want to go ahead and remind you to subscribe to our channel, Better Speech. And after you watch the video, if you found it helpful, go ahead and click that like button, comment down below, and don't forget to share with your family and friends. Also, visit us at betterspeech.com for more information. Now, over to the video.
Hi there, and welcome to today's video. My name is Lenore Edwards, and I am a board-certified speech-language pathologist with Better Speech. I'd like to talk to you today about aphasia and how singing may be able to help. Now, the first thing to understand is how aphasia can actually occur. Aphasia can occur from a brain injury of any kind. Now, that could be from a traumatic brain injury, or we typically see this in individuals who experience strokes. Now, it's also important to remember that there are different types of aphasia. There's our ability to understand language, the receptive component, which can be impacted, and there is our expressive component of language, the verbal expression of our language, which can also be impacted. Aphasia simply means the loss of language. Now, for individuals who experience strokes, for example, in this case, we're going to discuss an adult who has difficulty understanding language, who has now experienced aphasia. What you might see is their difficulty actually understanding language, such as following simple commands, answering simple yes/no questions, such as, is your name Bob? Or are the lights on? Those are simple yes/no questions. And then more complex ones, such as, how are you? Or what are you doing? Those become harder and harder as we ask multiple choice answers or open-ended questions. Now, when it comes to expressing language, what you might actually see is somebody who is having difficulty expressing themselves. They might be groping, trying to get the word out. They might be very, very inconsistent in their production of the sounds. They might be repeating parts of a word. It's very difficult to actually think of what you want to say, go through the vocabulary that is in your mind, that is stored there from your years of experience, and then also to come up with the appropriate sequence and grammatical formation of that sentence. So our ability to actually express all occurs in a very brief matter of moments, very short period of time. And it actually relies on your conscious thinking. Now, when it comes to your other speech, such as singing, this relies on your unconscious or your subconscious, things that are automatic to you. They just flow naturally to you because you have a very long history. There's a very extended memory bank of these tunes and of this information. So things that were there first, such as nursery rhymes, when you start to sing twinkle, twinkle, you might start to hear your person who is having difficulty expressing themselves suddenly come out with words, and they're clear and they can carry the tune. It's because these things we don't have to think about very consciously. We don't have to go through that word bank. It's already there. It's automatic. It's rote. It's natural. It's already stored there long term. This is why your commercials with your jingles come to you much easier. They have been stored and hit on repeat multiple times. So they are very embedded in your brain. For individuals who are for a loss of words and they cannot express their wants or their needs or their desires, and they're very frustrated in that moment, if we start to sing with them, especially things like happy birthday or twinkle little star, or maybe their favorite song that they've listened to their entire life, you'll start to see that glimmer of hope, and you might start to see those words start to flow more easily from them because it's been there for so long and it's so automatic and natural and easy for them. So we call this therapy approach melodic intonation. We also call it singing therapy. Singing therapy is a fantastic tool to be utilized in the rehabilitation of your speech and language skills or your loved ones' speech and language skills. Thank you so much for joining me on today's video. I hope you have a better understanding of aphasia and a better understanding of how singing therapy or melodic intonation therapy may be able to help you or your loved one, depending on where you are in your rehabilitation of your speech and language skills. As always, if you have any questions about speech and language, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at Better Speech, where we offer you a free consultation. We'll do our very best to answer your questions and guide you from there. Have an amazing rest of your day.